What's up, everybody?
Up?
How we doing?
Happy 2023.
You too, man. Happy year we both turned 30.
Yeah, fuck. I already turned it.
Shit. I know.
I had a great 30th birthday. Emily crushed it. Went to the spa.
The spa?
Went to the Great Jones Spa. We did...
If there was ever a 30th birthday.
That was what I needed. It was a Sunday. Went to the spa, got a massage for an hour. Fucking lovely. Then we went to the it was an Asian man.
Nice.
And he jerked me off. Nice. Happy birthday to my penis. and then dude, they had like saunas, steam rooms, a pool. They had a dunk, an ice bath dunk that I was doing. Yeah. I kept dude, I was doing the rounds.
So you did one.
I went steam room, sauna, and then I was like wet from the sauna. Went in the jacuzzi. Went in the cold plunge. Then went back in the jacuzzi. Then would sit down, like take a break, and I did that round like 3 times.
Wow,
I was feeling fucking good,
dude. Wow,
yeah, it felt really good.
That's like
feel really good.
That's gotta last. That feeling.
But dude, I just did a set at the stand, which I was very proud of. I got the tape, and one of my patients, she's my homie, this woman. She's like 88 years old, but she's dope. She's young. She's not young, but she's like a young 88, dude. Like, I'm serious. Like, she still teaches part-time. Like, she's cool. She's very cool. So we always talk about comedy. She loves she always cites like raunchy comedy. She's always talking about like, today you can't say anything. Like, she always says shit like that. So I was telling her, she's like begging. She's like, tell me if you have a show. Like, tell me if I was like, I don't know. That's kind of weird. But I have this tape, and the tape is fucking awesome. I crushed it, so I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna send it to her. But the first joke is me saying I work in home health and I'm trying to get written into wills. And I'm like, oh, like this could be kind of awkward. Conflict of interest a little bit. Kind of. I was like, fuck it, she's gonna think it's hilarious. Like, I'm not gonna prep her, I'm not gonna warn her, whatever. So I sent it to her yesterday early. She didn't respond all day. I was like, oh fuck. And then I just
You sent it to her?
I sent it to her.
Show it to her.
No, I don't want to be in the room. I don't want to watch her watch it.
Well, now she's got it, and you're incriminated.
Well,
you
dude,
know what I'm saying?
She emailed me this morning, and she goes, "You are terrific. I watched it 4 times. Bravo. P.S. Just amended my will."
Oh, man. That's awesome.
Crush. I was like, woo!
What's her name?
I don't want to say her name. Hippa.
Oh, facts.
Yeah,
right. I was gonna say, because in the joke you say like.
It's
everybody's
not
talking
Ethel.
about Ethereum.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you should change it to her name. She would love
it. Well, that joke works because it's Ethereum, and now,
I know. That's funny.
But yeah, dude, I was like,
I was there.
I love that.
You did crush it.
Yeah.
Dylan got robbed of this comedy competition.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
I think he got robbed. Yeah. Personally, I think most people thought you got robbed.
I think, dude, I told you I was getting the girl that went on before me.
Ooh.
Yeah. We don't need to go there, but I'm friends with her. I'm friends with her.
I'm sure she's a sweet woman. Seems like
she's new to the game.
Good time.
Yeah, she's new to the game.
You know what she gave me? What vibe she gave me? Which I think a lot of people who start out in stand up are. She's probably hilarious, and she has like funny stories from her personal life that like when she tells people, they're like, "You gotta say that on stage." But then she out and does it on stage and like kind of gets nervous and makes it sound like not good.
Right.
But eventually she'll be fine.
Yeah, that's the thing. You have to not be afraid of the crowd. You got to be like, I'm gonna beat the crowd. You know what I mean?
I've been in her position before, where I'm like telling a story and like I'm like, I hyped it up and I'm like, this is hilarious, and I'm like, I feel like I'm just complaining now. Like, this is sad and I don't like it. That's how I felt when she was.
But she messaged me afterwards and was like, oh my god, like. It was good to see you again. Like, we had done a show previously, and she's like, all my friends thought you were my favorite, and they're pissed you didn't win.
I think.
And then the kid who won's friend came up to me and was like, I thought you beat my friend, dude. So
I think you and that kid were the only two I would have put in the top 2.
Yeah. So I don't, whatever. People are hating on the Dylan O'Keefe process.
Well, the good thing that came out
just gonna get fucking stronger.
The good thing that came out of that,
nag me all you want.
You got offered like your hosting stuff, right?
Yeah. So now, I'm gonna be. Yeah.
You hosted your first event last night?
I did host my first event last night. Yeah.
So how did your politically incorrect suicide joke go?
I didn't say it.
Thank God, dude. I was thinking,
You know why?
No, yeah, I know why.
It's a terrible joke.
It's not a good
It's not
joke.
funny at all.
It's just a
It's
suicide
just,
comment.
It's just it's just not that funny. I think it could be, you know.
There's there's a way to make it
Now
funny.
I have
it
to-
wasn't there.
No, it wasn't there.
Ready.
And the room was I'm not going to say the joke because it's not
It's
even
not ready.
worth saying. But I'll tell you what it's about. It's about DJ Twitch. It's a joke about that. So obviously a touchy subject, okay? And it was a politically incorrect mic. A politically incorrect mic. So if there was ever a place, like the host was a trans person and a black man, and
What's that got to do with
so
anything?
I actually didn't host that. I actually didn't host that one. I was
okay.
training to be a host, so I just kind of like hung out with them, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll get you on the schedule to start doing stuff." But like here, I was, they just kind of showed me the ropes. But the trans person went on stage first, and she was doing her jokes, and she was like ripping on the black guy, and then the black guy went on stage and was doing like trans jokes. So like that was
That's
the
fun.
vibe.
Okay,
You know what I
that's
mean?
cool.
So it was like a place where you're supposed to. It says it in the thing like test out your raunchier material. And I was just like, I was bombing at this mic last night, like nobody was paying attention, and the room was like a black room.
Okay.
Like most of the people in the crowd were black, and I was like, well, I've just bombed for 4 minutes, not thinking this suicide joke about Twitch is gonna win him over. So you know what? I'm just gonna bail on this whole bullshit anyway.
Okay, I was all day thinking, I'm like, he really shouldn't do that joke. I'm like, and I was hanging out with Jack this morning, and I told her, I was like, I think Dylan, he hosted like an event last night, because I thought you were hosting. And I was like, it's like this raunchy event. I was like, he's got this joke. And I told her, I didn't tell her the joke, but I was like, here's the premise. She goes, no. She goes, no, that just makes me upset. No. I was like, fuck, I know. I thought I should have texted him not to do it. I was like, fuck. I felt so responsible.
It's bad. It was bad.
Oh,
I didn't do it
that's
though. But I did host. I hosted an event at 6 at St. Mark's Comedy Club. Hosted there,
Well,
and then
before-
I did something at 9, and then I did 11:30 at Eastville,
So you did
which is the
host.
place I did host, but it wasn't what I thought of where I was going to host, and that's like I filled in as a host at 6, but this 11:30 thing, I'm gonna like get involved with them.
So are you one of the people who's like, all right, our next comic?
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fun.
It could, it should be something like that.
Just when you're making decisions merely in your life, but like it was particularly with shows, like when it's your first one and they're like, maybe you'll be ready to do this. Maybe don't take like a life or death risk.
But it's also one of those things where it's like if
it's
it
like
lands,
a prove yourself moment.
it is a prove yourself. But they've seen my shit.
They haven't seen your suicide joke.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got to test that out.
And you're saying like you wanted to surprise them with some stuff.
Yeah,
What a surprise. That would
Yeah,
work.
dude, because also it's like the kid was the guy who, it was just a dead room anyway, so it's almost like a place where it's like when I went up first and everybody was just fucking sleeping, and I was like, if anything, I should have tried my most fucked up shit, because like as it went on, like everybody was doing like really fucked up things that weren't like, they weren't really that funny, but because it was like the politically incorrect mic, it was just like you're saying fucked up things and you're kind of
For the
getting
sake
away
of
with
it.
it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But I don't think it would have gone well. I didn't. I'm not standing by that joke by any means. I am not standing by that joke by any means. I just thought it could have been
Got a
something.
good head on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Good.
But dude, so after I didn't eat like I didn't have dinner, right? So I've that wasn't an excuse. I've been eating a pizza this week, and
I had 100 slices last night.
really
100.
dude. So last night I go to my favorite spots. Like I was late. It was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Little Italy Pizza, like a classic New York City place. Like just like that, they got the pies out, they got everything, blah blah blah. There's like
in the oven,
nobody
heat 'em
in
up.
there. There's nobody around. It's the quiet, sleepy Upper West Side. Like nobody's around. And I'm sitting. I get 3 slices. I got a fucking vodka slice. I got a grandma slice and a pepperoni.
Attaboy.
And I got them in the box to go. And I open the box and I'm like sitting where I'm like they have like seats up against the glass. You know what I mean? They have like they have like seating
like
at the
a bar,
table.
like Little Vinny's, like a bar.
Yeah, and you're like looking outside,
Right.
So I'm like sitting there, and I open my pizza box, and I'm eating my first slice, and then like a bunch of like people walked in, and they all ordered one slice, and I was like, I'm gonna close my box. I don't want them to judge me for my 3 slices, and then dude, a fucking homeless guy starts walking up to the window, and my box is closed. And he's like, he walks up to the window, and I'm like, God damn it. And me and him make eye contact. And I'm like, I'm just trying to eat in peace. The fuck? And he's going like this. He's like begging for food. And I was like, sorry. Like, immediately, I'm just like, sorry, bro. I can't help you. And I finished my first slice, and he's still staring at me, begging. I'm like, I can't have my second slice.
He knows Chubby's got some extra slices.
I couldn't. I had to wait like a good, and then I just wound up leaving because he wouldn't. He just was standing there. I was like, I can't open this box. After this guy watched me eat a full slice of pizza.
With two just sitting in the
no,
box?
because it was closed.
box.
I was like, I'm not opening his box and letting this homeless man know that I'm such a fat piece of shit. I can't give him one of my slices, and I didn't. I'm not going to give him one of my slices. Daddy was fucking hungry.
3's the number. I mean, could you have thrown $4 around and gotten him a slice to feel good about yourself all week? Sure. But there was no way he was
fuck
getting
that,
one of those
dude.
3 slices.
I can't. I'm done.
Yeah.
My money.
I think in New York City, it's like
I don't give my money to. I never give my money. I'm sorry, that's fucked up. But like,
New York City is one of those places where like, I used to carry around like singles to give the like first couple homeless people. I'd give them my singles and then I'd be done.
That's a Long Island thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like, but not really. It used to be a city thing. Now the city's just too much. It's too much.
It's too much. I'm also poor.
But if
It's
someone
like
asks me specifically for food, white privilege. If someone
I got a
asks
lot
me-
of debt. All
if
right.
someone asks me for food though, I'm happy to get them a slice. Because like when you're asking me for money, I'm like, I don't know where you're spending this money.
All right, fuck off.
Food is nice.
Yeah, you would
I'll
have
give
gotten
you a
the slice. I'm a monster or whatever.
Like, bro, one time yeah, I'm better than you.
I'm a fat piece of shit monster.
You're a fat scumbag. One time, I was going to Rite Aid right here in Long Beach, and I hopped in there, and on the way in, there's this like group of like, I don't even know if they're homeless. Like they're on bikes and they seem fine, but maybe not well off. And they're always asking for money. And this one guy asks me for money, and I was like, he was like, I'm trying to get something to eat. And there's a Chinese food restaurant in front of both of us. I was like, oh, dude, I'll pop right in here and order you some Chinese food. No problem. He goes, nah, man, I don't want to eat no Chinese tonight. I was like, well, then fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm not giving you $20
yeah.
so you can go to like the diner. I was
Yeah,
like, I was
yeah.
going to get you food.
I was at the 7-Eleven right near Magnet, like near Penn Station. Some guy was begging for. He's like, "Hey man, you got a couple extra singles?" And I looked at him. He was like I was like, he had nicer shoes on than me. I was like, "Fuck off, dude!
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?"
I hate when they got like an iPhone in their hands. I'm
Yeah,
like, the fuck?
I'm like, and he didn't even
One
do
guy
it.
asked me to Venmo
This
him
was
one
fucked
time,
up
and
of
I did.
me. Oh, really?
Yeah, this guy Malik, he's always on Long Beach on Park Ave. He asked me the first time. Now he asks me every time. He's like, yo, it's your boy Malik. I'm like, fuck you.
Yeah.
But like, he's got like a big North Face coat on, and he was like, oh, you got cash? I was like, nah. He's like, I got Venmo. I was like, the fuck? I was like drunk, and I gave him money.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
$15 like a dumbass.
Dude, this is a piece of shit move right here. So
Nice.
He was standing outside 7-Eleven. I was going in. I think I was getting like a Coke or something, and he was like, "Hey man," he was standing outside the door, and he's like, "Hey man, like you got any money?" And I was like, "No, sorry." And then he didn't even open the door. I was like, "Dude, if you're gonna fucking," I'm like, "Open the door for me, bitch."
Right. Like, you're
You know,
welcome.
I was like, "Yo, you're the door guy." I was like, "If you're gonna ask for money, open the door." That's fucked up. I know.
Yeah, like, you're the door guy now.
So then he comes in. I'm getting, and he's like, he goes up to the counter. He had like $3, and he's like, "Dude, I'm just trying to get a Four Loko. Can this get me a Four Loko?" And the guy was like, "No, we're not selling alcohol anymore." And he was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, we're done selling alcohol. We don't sell alcohol." And he's like, "No, get the fuck out of here." And then the guy looked at me. He's like, "This guy every day, he just wants to know. He's begging for Four Lokos."
Dude, it's the most economical beverage you can
true.
get out of that fridge. I
Yeah.
mean, it's getting you where you want to go.
It's true.
I was just talking about, like, we used to drink Four Locos, like,
I used to drink 2.5.
and just
Shit myself.
that was that was just the like drink to be hammered times.
Yeah.
Dude, I was drinking the other day. We had like we were hanging out with my family. This is 30. Like, this is 30. We were eating all this delicious food. I was drinking like whiskey on the like bourbon on the rocks, like all classy and shit. My acid reflux got so bad by the end of the night, I had to pull trig. I wasn't even drunk. I had like 4 drinks. I had to pull trig. I threw up my whole day's worth of food just to be able to like go to sleep. Dude, I was like sober, but I was just like burping up like chunks of food. I was like, and this is it. And I pulled trig for like 40 minutes, like all day food.
Well, you eat too much.
I didn't eat. No, I wasn't like full like that. No, I wasn't like that. It was like we all ate the exact same amount of food. Everybody there. We all finished our food. It was like 4 courses of like normal size courses. And I had to throw up lunch and dinner.
I did, dude. For the first time in my life, I was woken up by acid reflux. This is 30.
The worst.
And I was like burning in my. I was like, what is happening? I had to chew some Tums. I was like, what is happening?
I got a jug of Tums next to my bed.
No
it's
good.
Embarrassing.
No
it's
good.
Embarrassing.
No good, dude.
It's like I feel like such the classic greasy Italian. Speaking of greasy,
finally
Italians,
you realize it.
Speaking of greasy Italian, so like, I was talking to somebody the other day. Where do you draw the line? Let me just like everybody like take a break for a second, like chill. Okay, where do you draw the line on something being like racist?
Funny you say that.
Is it funny I say that?
Yeah, I have something about racism today.
Okay.
Where do I draw the line?
Yeah, like where do you draw the line? Like,
I think
does it have to be like hateful?
Yeah,
does
for
it
me
have
it's
to be
intense.
Insensitive or ignorant. Like, for example, like does it have to just like touch on a stereotype like in any way? Like for example, like if you like would you?
Did you just say would you?
Would you? Jew. Somebody said something about Jews yesterday, and I was shocked.
I got another thing about Jews today.
We'll
too.
get into it.
Yeah.
Would you ask if you just happen to be like chatting with like a friend of yours that happened to be black, that's just in that situation, happened to be black, and you like were curious, like you had some leftover fried chicken? Serious question. I know where your head's going, but like you gotta listen.
Serious question.
Serious question. And you just happen to have like some fried, and you're like, damn, like I've had this fried chicken in the fridge for like 3 days, and like I'm not sure if I could eat it today. Like I don't know how long it could stay in there. And you were like, yo, bro, by the way, like how long can I keep fried chicken in the fridge for and eat it? They would probably be like, what the fuck? So can I ask you something? Mm-hmm. Why would your wife text me on like a Thursday, hey, Joe, like, can I store homemade marinara sauce at room temperature or in the fridge? Like, is it going to go bad? I got this text from your wife. I got to read it, dude. I was like, the fuck? Like, this real? I don't fucking know. Fuck you for asking me.
That's not, come
Dude,
on.
I felt like
it's
it was a
about
little
how
bit. Like, you're just going to assume.
First of all, we all
Hey,
know
Joe.
that you can't be racist towards Italians.
That's the problem I'm expressing.
It's not a thing, though.
It's the same question you just asked your black friend and made things uncomfy with.
Yeah, but you know how it is.
But you see what I'm saying?
You
it's
know
the same question.
Yeah.
How bad did the first question? I said the marinara thing. It didn't even sound offensive. But the fried chicken that's rough. This is bullshit. She goes, hey, Joe, can you leave homemade marinara sauce in a mason jar at room temp, or should it be refrigerated? Like, so matter
Okay,
of fact,
here's the
like,
thing, though.
I should know.
Here's the thing, okay?
I was like, I
you're
don't
a sauce
know.
guy.
I am
You're
a
a sauce
sauce-
guy. You're a cook,
Right.
okay? So it's more than just you're Italian. It's
I
not like
think
she texted, her random Italian friend.
Does she
texted
have
her
any other?
cooking friends.
Does she have any other Italian friends?
No one identifies as like Italian like you do, buddy.
Again.
So it's like, dude, if you had a friend over who happened to be black and he was also, or she was like a bit, or they were like a big cook, it's like
Yeah.
they love cooking for the cookout. And
See? But if it was for
But you know
Sunday
what?
dinner,
But if
it's
it was
not-
just like a random black friend you had that like you have no clue if they cook or like maybe they always fucking do takeout and you're like, hey buddy, like what's up with fried chicken? He's just like, go fuck yourself. That's where, you know what I mean? It's like, I think it's all intense.
I don't know. They both feel like general questions, like depending on the context.
If I had a question about
If
marinara
you had-
sauce, of course I'm coming to you.
I appreciate
Are
that.
you kidding me?
Listen, let me just also say that I appreciate it.
Right. You're a cook.
But I'm not ignorant to the fact that there's some differences going. Like if you were with me and I had fried chicken in the fridge and I asked you, I was like, damn, dude, like how long can I keep that fried chicken in the fridge before I can eat it?
I'd be like, I don't know. Let me text Emily.
Right. But it's the same. It's a general question. Like I would ask you too. if I was considering eating the fried chicken. But if you were my black friend, then I'm like, there's this line where I'm like, I know not to cross that line. I know not to say it.
Well, dude,
why are you so comfortable texting me about the marinara sauce is my point. It feels...
Because it is completely fine in our culture to be upwardly racist towards Italians.
All right, dude. I mean...
I don't listen. I don't make the rules of culture. Okay, I don't know what.
But you're playing by the rules.
I am playing by the rules because, dude, I got to get my racism out somewhere.
I know.
You know what I mean? It's like easy target, baby. Okay, this brings me to my point. Okay,
right, what's your point?
I watched this movie, All Quiet on the Western Front. Have you ever seen that movie?
No.
War movie. It was a Sunday. Emily was like, I kind of want to watch a war movie, and then we watched it. And we were like, that was fucked up, but it was a good movie, really good movie.
Nice.
Okay, so it was about World War I. Which was like a horrible war, like really terrible. And it was all about like Germany. Basically, I looked at the history up a little bit because I don't know shit about history. Germany, like it was 1918. This was like the first kind of battle. They marched through Belgium, which was like neutral territory. And then they set up it was like a trench warfare on the Western Front.
Right.
Like that's what it was, okay? So it was basically just like, you know, France is over here, Germany's over here, and they're just fucking getting after it. And it was there for 3 years. The war went on. 3 million soldiers died, and the line didn't even move.
Wow.
Like, it literally did not. It was just like killing and nothing fucking changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear you.
So... that was World War I, and Germany was like on the offensive. You know what I mean? Germany's on the offensive. World War II, we all know what happened there, right? Hitler, Nazi, whatever. Here's my question. Why are we not more racist towards Germans?
Right?
Everybody loves Germans, loves Germany, right? It's
Right.
like, why are we not like really racist towards Germans? Because that was 100 years ago.
I mean, they're did
off.
it twice.
Like you go to Germany and they're like, oh yes, fucking, you know,
Dude,
schnitzel, come on and have some lieder. Well, yeah, and
Yeah,
everyone's
let's
like,
go-
oh, Germany's
Oktoberfest.
great. Yeah, it's like
No,
no, we should all be still angry at
Dude,
that.
I just saw there's like I think it's a Norm Macdonald joke. Did you hear this? He was like, it was basically saying that. It was like, I don't trust the Germans. He was like on Letterman, you know, like Norm was fucking just wild. He was like, I don't trust the Germans. I don't trust them at all. He goes, you know, like 100 years ago, like he was basically explaining like World War I, 100 years ago, they fucking tried to fight everybody. Then you're like, then it won't do that again. Then 1942, like Hitler, they fought everybody.
Yeah.
And, like it was close. Like
Yeah.
it was pretty close. Oh no, it wasn't Norm. It was somebody else. It was like Louis or some shit. But yeah, we're due. We're due.
No, we can't. We
No,
can't do
we
that.
can't, right?
We can't.
We're right there, though.
Jude,
Time-wise.
Albert Einstein said, I don't know what technology World War III will be fought with, but I know World War IV will be fought with sticks and stones.
Yeah,
Facts.
facts.
Dude.
I don't want to get into war.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I was just listening to something where they were insinuating that the Ukraine war, I think it was a Rogan thing, the Ukraine war, like if it persists and like Russia is starting to lose their like people or starting to lose like momentum and motivation towards like supporting their own country,
Right.
it could go nuclear. Like they could drop a bomb, like a nuclear bomb on Ukraine, just say fuck it, we just want the land, like we don't care about the destruction.
That's tough. That's
I
tough
don't
just
really
because
feel like it's worth it for Ukraine. Who
it
needs them?
Dude, war's one of those things where like World War I, like I'm like reading it and it's like it was England and United States and France and this country versus this country. I'm like, that's crazy.
It's
And like
crazy.
16 million people died, and this movie was like. This movie, All Quiet on, it was like so brutal, and it was like it was portrayed like of Germans. It was like it followed like a German soldier, which like it's crazy because it's like Germany as the country, you know, and you see their leaders and they're like coming up with these like fucked up plans, but like at the end of the day, it's like the soldiers are like 18-year-old boys.
They're just doing what they
And then
gotta
it's
do.
like, yeah, but it's like the whole perspective of the movie was that like they're just like children and they all were like scared and everybody was, and it's just like, what the fuck, dude? War's so fucked
That's the crazy
up.
thing about war. It's basically like the people at the top of your country just being like, we want something to do. We want to do something or we want something. We're going to like just send all our young, strong dudes to just get us there.
But they weren't even strong. It was
You know
just
what I
like,
mean, though?
yeah,
like all
yeah.
the able-bodied
Yeah,
youngins.
that's what it was. It wasn't strong. It was just just throwing fucking bodies at the.
Yeah.
And the line did not even move.
Dude, I heard a great, like, fable or something. I'm going to botch it a little bit, but it's just interesting. It was like this guy's a farmer, and he had a horse. And he had one horse. His horse ran away, and his neighbor goes, "Oh, man, what bad luck." And he goes, "I don't know if it's good luck or bad luck. Or what a horrible thing." He goes, "I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing." Next day, the one horse comes back with 2 more horses. He's like, "Oh, wow, like, how lucky for you." He goes, "I don't know if it's good or bad." The next day, his son goes out to train the new horses and falls off the back of the horse and breaks his back, paralyzed. His neighbor goes, "Oh my God, what a horrible thing." He goes, "I don't know if it's good or bad." Then the next day, their country decides to invade somebody, and they have a draft for all the able-bodied kids under 30 or whatever. And he can't get drafted. And he's like, "Oh, how lucky." And he's like, "I don't know if it's good or..." And it just kept going on and on. It was just like, you never... I don't know what the point exactly was.
What's the end?
I guess it's like, it's kind of like a lemonade thing. Lemons at a lemonade thing. It's like, you never know.
Kind of like a lemonade
It's
thing.
like you never know what's going to happen. Just make the best of things, I guess. I honestly, now that I'm like, I feel like I got so much from that. I have no idea what it was saying. But it was interesting,
It is, yeah, well, you don't have the end of the story.
That was the end.
He didn't get drafted? So it was a
Because
good thing.
it keeps going on and on and on. So, like, the point is, like, things happen. I'm going to make the point right now.
Okay.
Things happen. It does.
Nice.
That's it.
Things happen. Shit happens.
That's it. Things
In
happen.
conclusion, though, yeah, I think, it is totally fine to be, Italians towards races,
Oh, we're back to your.
Well,
you want me to
that's
get
how it
fired
started.
up?
That's how it started,
I know.
It's just, I'm sorry, that's and we can find, I guess there's not a lot of Germans in
Is
the
there a
U.S.,
line?
you know what I mean? Like, you don't
There's
really
tons
meet.
of Germans in the U.S.
How many people, when you're like, especially the tri-state area, it's like everybody's Irish, Italian.
Yeah, but I mean, Long Beach I feel like has a lot of German people.
Well, we got to go beat their ass.
Dude, it is wild though. As like probably the single country responsible for the most death.
Right.
Has to be Germany.
That's what my point is. Like, it's just like, I don't understand why there's so much, why we all, like, in our country, I'll never understand, like, why someone is, like, blatant, what's the line on it? It's like, racism is, like, it's almost like how clever you are. You know what I mean? It's like, if you fucking...
Continue.
Like, if you could be racist for two reasons, I think. You know what I mean? It's like,
Okay.
one is to, like, actually be fucking racist, and, like, that's fucked up. But, like,
Right.
the other one is to, like, make a joke.
Well, there's more even than that. I think
Or-
there's even one to, like, you could be...
Ask
but
your
that's the
black
thing,
friend about fried chicken.
Well, racist is a weird term because racist insinuates it's negative.
Right?
But, like, you can make that's the thing where the line is, because, like, you can make a comment to somebody that's purely out of, like, love. Like, I could appreciate my black friend for being black and, like, say something that I'm maybe trying to appreciate him for, but, like, maybe somebody else hears that and they're like, "How dare you?"
Right.
You know what I mean? Because they're all, like, righteous. It's the context. That's what I'm saying, the line. So, like, the line for, like, being racist towards someone of, like, African descent is certainly closer to the vest than, like, the line for you to say something to a German that came off as, like, racist towards them would have to be so crazy anti-German.
I don't even know what it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It would have to be
like
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Where the line, like, you can be racist towards Italians, but I'm sure there's a point where you get there and it's like, "Oh, dude, like, chill."
Yeah.
Like, "You greasy wop fucking piece of," like, something like that. That's
Right.
far though.
Right.
That's like just dropping the
Yeah,
N-word.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, there's things way closer to than the N-word that are racist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Those are the rules. I don't. Yeah.
It's wild. It's just interesting.
It is interesting.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
This isn't about race at all, but it happens to be about a black woman. I just want to tell you a quick story.
Sure.
So I was in Florida for New Year's, in Lauderdale again, and we got tuned up. Wow. We got, like, a little table situation. I was the drunkest girl at the party first. Everybody caught up eventually, but, like, I'm a lightweight now, and, like, I was like, it's New Year's. I got really drunk really fast. But by the end of the night, like me and Jack were fucked. I have a video of this like little interaction. We were just so fucked up, and we were looking for food. We had ordered McDonald's. It took like an hour and a half. Me and Jack are outside sitting on a bench waiting for this McDonald's Uber Eats guy to show up, which he never showed up, by the way. But we're sitting there and we're fucked up, and these two women get out of this. These two cars park, and out of each car comes a black woman. One was very large, one was very normal size, just to paint the visual. So they're dressed up like to the nines, like they're clearly about to like go out for the rest of New Year's. And I'm fucked up, so of course I say, what up? And I was just like, ladies, have a good time tonight, like some shit like that. I was like, you're gonna have a good time tonight? Something like that. And this one lady just looks at me and just goes, shit, I'm getting fucked up tonight. And I was just like, oh yeah, like you. She goes, nah, 2 of my nephews died this week. I was like, oh shit. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm sorry. And I'm thinking like the connotation, like the situation, I'm just like, in my head I had painted a picture of like 2 of your nephews die in 1 week. What are the odds it's not like at the same time? You know what I mean? I'm thinking like you know what I'm thinking like they were involved in something that happened, something popped off, and both these kids died, unfortunately.
I'm feeling racism has entered the chat again.
No, it's not racist. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to do with racism. I'm saying like I thought like a car accident.
I think this is like unconscious bias. You know what I mean? It's like your first thought. You know, we all have thoughts.
Well, you got to understand who you like. Sometimes context is very important. Like who I'm talking to, like I know what's going on. And like I'm thinking car accident at the most normal.
Okay.
Maybe a fire. Did like something else cross my mind? Maybe like a gang violence situation. That crossed my mind. Sure. What didn't cross my mind was like, her being like, yeah, one of them drowned in the pool last night. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, just like he was 5 years old, drowned in the pool. I'm like, oh my God. Like now it's getting sad and shit. And like now she's like, she wasn't even emotional about it. She was like very like determined to get fucked up tonight. Like that's all. Like it was just like, she was like not even like trying to like let it out off her chest. She was just like trying to explain like, that's why. And she was, by the way, hammered when she parked the car.
Right.
So I was like, it was like her being like, no, I don't care that I'm drinking on this fucking, like driving this fucking Volkswagen.
Yeah.
I'm getting fucked up tonight. And it just like kind of changed the rest of my night. I was just like,
that'll sober you up a little bit.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
How'd the other one die?
She didn't. I didn't ask. I didn't want to know. That's what I'm saying. My mind was kind of like.
Did you ask how they died? Or she
no,
just shared?
Hell no. I was just like, I'm so sorry. That's terrible. And she just goes, yeah. And then she started going. I was just like, I shouldn't have even started this conversation.
Right.
That's terrible.
That's tough.
What are the like? I don't expect somebody to start talking about death.
I was saying, I think we both have one of these faces.
People want to tell us shit.
Yeah. I think people people are all empaths nowadays, and they catch vibes. And I feel like people, they catch that we're open people.
How do you feel about when people say I'm an empath?
It's pretty annoying,
It's stupid, right?
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's stupid.
It is stupid, but at the same time, it happens.
It does happen. I mean, we're
like
in that
people,
world.
Yeah, it's just like I walk on the street and people do come up to me all the time, and people do share things constantly, and they do the same with you. And,
always,
dude. It's just you feel like a safe place.
Which I love to be a safe place for people,
right?
But it's exhausting.
It is. Yeah, you take on energy vampires, dude. People want to suck that shit out of you.
Oy.
Yeah.
I think race is done for the combo.
Well, I got something later, but I don't know actually if it's. Okay. I'm kidding. Dude, so I've just been. I city bike a lot, and I am becoming. I think I'm the king of city bike. It's not a. It's going in my head, dude. I'm getting fucked up on.
Such a tool.
I know it's bad, dude. So everybody hates bikers. A city bike doesn't fall into that category though. Because it's like I'm doing so. Whatever. I've just been like out of control talking shit on city bikes of recently. So I was in Midtown and I was riding on my city bike, and I was on an electric city bike. They go like literally 25 miles an hour. And I was on like in the 50s going from west to east. And there's a bike lane, but like in Midtown, there's like so much foot traffic and so many people like, there's UPS people on like the bike lanes are like you can't use them because it's like people are always walking in and out of them. So I was in the lane. And I was keeping up with traffic. I was like, there was a car, it was me, and there was another car behind me, and it's like I'm right up the car in front of me's ass. I'm like, we're going the same fucking speed. And I have my headphones in. That's how fucking cocky I am. I'm listening to music. And the guy, I hear a horn just go, wah, like hard. And I was like, I was listening to music, so I was like, the fuck was that? I hear it again, wah. And then I look behind me, like still going. And then I was like, is that fucking guy honking at me? So I keep going or whatever. And
is there anybody in front of you?
There's a car in front of me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there's a car in front of me. I'm keeping up with traffic. I'm holding up no one's day. And I pull up to a red light and I stop. And then the guy fucking zooms up and rolls down his window and he's screaming. It's like some guy. He's probably, I don't even know. He's probably like 40 or whatever. And he's in like a truck. He's like a fucking delivery guy. And he's screaming at me. He's like, oh, what the fuck? Like, get in the fucking bike lane. Like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dude, you're not, I'm not holding, I was like, was I holding up traffic? It's like, there's a car in front of me, there's a car right here. He's like, yeah, but like, you're going to get hit out here. And he was like, I was like, dude.
Like, you're trying to protect me?
I was like, dude, I was like, look at the bike lane right now. I was like, there's 4 cars parked in the bike lane right now. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's like, listen, he's like, I was like, don't worry about me, bro. I was like, who are you, my mommy? I said that. Like, we were getting spicy. Ooh. And I was like, who the fuck are you, my mom? Relax. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Because he was like, I'm in the car. I'm not worried about myself. You're the one who's going to get hit. I was like, I'm fucking fine, bitch. Don't worry about me. And me and him are like, I was like, when I said, who are you, my mommy? He was like, oh, go fuck yourself. I was like, eat my ass. And me and him are like, going off, dude. And I win this argument. Like, I absolutely toasted this guy. And he rolled up the window, and then I went back down, and he rolled it again. I just started going in on him.
What do you mean you went back down?
Like, he was done. Like, he was done,
like
and we were sitting at the red light,
and
I was still, and he came back down. I was like, dude, was I holding up track? Like, there's no reason for you to be laying on your fucking horn like that. And he was like, oh, go fuck yourself, blah, blah, blah. So I win. Right? And and now we're both sitting at this red light, and I was like, all right, I gotta get out of here. Like, I don't need to be sitting here anymore. So I'm like, I've won this argument. I'm feeling like a fucking pimp now. And the red light was still going, dude. The red light was still going, and so the cars are going this way. But I'm like, I gotta go. So I kind of just make like an impulse move. I'm like, I gotta just start moving. I want to leave the situation.
But there's T-boned by bus.
Yeah, dude. So there's traffic going this way. So I was like, fuck. And there's a truck right here. So I was like, all right, I'm just gonna squeeze in between this truck and like just keep going down there's a bus lane right there that no one's in. And as I'm going, like after I won this argument, I fucking smack into the truck, like my shoulder.
His truck?
Barely. No, a different truck. But it's just like my peel away. I was like, damn it. Like, I just killed that shit. And I kind of just smacked into this truck. Like, that's so fucking lame. So now I'm heated. I'm like, fuck. Like, I'm like, that sucked. And I'm going down 2nd Ave, dude. I'm in the bike lane now. I'm in the bike lane. Because the side streets are the side streets. Uh-huh. The avenues, I stay in the bike lane. So I'm going down 2nd Avenue. This is literally 60 seconds later. There's this man walking up the wrong way of the bike lane with his head down looking at his cell phone. I swear to God. And he was a large man, and I just go, hey, fat ass, get the fuck out of the bike lane. And this guy looked up at me, dude, like no one had ever called him fat in his whole fucking life. Like he looked up like he was like
That's just a fucking classic, like, pay it forward. Like, that guy got you pissed off. You ruined that. That guy's probably dead.
But also, why would you walk up the bike lane wrong way texting on your phone?
Because you're an asshole.
And he was doing the fat guy, like he was on his toes, you know? And he was like doing like a weird fat guy walk. And I have never in my life called someone a fat ass.
You don't have the right to call somebody fat.
I know.
You've been there.
I've been there,
That
dude.
is like... fucked up. That is like...
It's fucked up.
Fucked up.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, I'm thinking about it.
It's fucked up. It's fucked up. It's
That's
all right.
fucked up.
I know, but I told... Dude, something about...
I don't think there's
city
anything...
bikes, dude. They changed me.
Wow. I don't think there's another, like situation that could compare to, like, a formerly fat dude calling a fat guy a fat ass. Like,
but it's also...
There's no, like, racial equivalent. Because you can't, like, no longer be your race.
Right.
So you can never be, like, a former black guy.
I've only said a few fat jokes in my life. because I know what it is, but when I do, I unleash because
Well,
it's like
it's a deep.
Yeah,
it's deep
yeah. So it's
hole.
like so it's like they're not really jokes as much as just like I destroyed this man's
It's
day.
like this was said
but
to
also
me, now
listen,
it's down here.
okay? You know what? 2 wrongs don't make a right, but I was right. I don't know.
You were definitely right.
A horse comes in and then another horse comes in, you know, and then
And
it's like, is it good or bad?
And so, right.
it goes,
And
you know.
so it goes. Listen, that guy called me fat. That guy called you fat. That's how bad. I don't know if it's good or bad. That's how he has to look at that. Maybe it's good. Maybe now he gets skinny.
But
Maybe now he gets skinny.
It doesn't
You
even
see?
have to do with him being fat, really. It has to do with him being fucking stupid.
But we
you know what I
figured
mean? It's
out
like
the-
it's not like I picked this man off the street and was like, "Hey, fat ass, you look like a fat piece of shit today." It was like because you were doing something. So that's the thing, dude.
But there's
when
two.
can you be a piece of shit? It's like when the moment's there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
But again, this is the thing. How do you know that was you being a piece of shit? We just figured out the fable. Listen, ready? Fable. That
Yeah.
fable with the horses and the thing and the
Right.
thing.
And the
It was
paralyzed
like,
son.
I had the one horse guy, and the paralyzed son.
Right.
Right.
Was he a quadriplegic or a paraplegic?
Doesn't really matter. But he was a pelagic.
Got it.
But that you call that guy fat fuck and then say get out of the bike lane. Who's to say at some point in that guy's life if you didn't do that, he would have been in the bike lane, would have got smoked by a bike. You changed it.
Right.
Who's to say that guy wouldn't have become a type 2 diabetic, but you stop. Maybe next time you see him in 4 years, he has a 6-pack and he's next Iron Man.
Yeah.
How do you know you didn't just change the course of his life by calling him a fat piece of shit?
I called him a fat fuck, I think.
Fat fuck is the worst one. But that's what he needed to hear maybe to get
It's
skinny.
just
You might have changed him.
I would have never done that had you not been doing something so stupid.
You could have set the domino in motion for him to, or suicide, but
Right,
it
right,
could have
right,
been either
right,
one.
right,
but
right.
let's optimism. You know what I'm saying?
I'm on a I don't know, dude. I'm a good person.
I mean, when you have to say it as often as you say it,
I know.
I don't know where I stand on you being a good person.
I know, like the things I do, like my actual actions. I'm a good actor. You know,
You act well.
I act well, but I say things.
I think
now.
it comes down to
But it's like,
what-
I
the
don't
things you-
fucking care.
I
you know,
I think it's the things you decide to do are fine.
Yeah.
They're good. The things the reasons maybe in your head that you did, like what happened, the thought process that
I'm
happens
losing
before.
it. Yeah, I'm losing it a little bit.
It's like it takes you a lot of like internal like war to get to like do the good thing. It's
Yeah.
like I really want to do this bad thing,
yeah.
and then you're like, but don't.
Yeah,
and then you do
yeah.
the good thing.
Whatever. We're all
I
human.
think that's everybody though.
yeah.
You know.
Whatever.
That's
Speaking
what it
of
is.
bad human beings, dude. You know the George Santos thing?
Oh yeah. The
politician?
I know that. I saw something with him as a lady. Is that the one?
No.
I saw something.
Who is George Santos? Do you know?
Is he
I'll
running for,
explain
like,
it, but I'm
governor or
curious.
something?
Yeah. So it's this Long Island. He won a Congress seat
Okay.
on Long Island.
Right.
Like I think in like the town of Oyster Bay. He won the election.
There's nothing to do with him being a lady.
It could be. I don't think so.
I saw a picture of him next to a picture of him with long hair or dressed as a woman, but I don't know what's going on anymore.
No, I don't.
I don't know,
Well,
dude. I was
listen,
just
it could be.
scrolling.
We'll get back to that.
Yeah,
We'll
yeah.
get back to that. But the story goes is that George Santos, he's elected during this recent election day on like the town of Oyster Bay, I think it is. And it came out after he was elected that like everything about his life he lied about. He lied about where he went to high school. He lied about where he went to college.
Oh, that's
he
what
lied
the
about
woman
how
did.
much money he has. He lied. He like said he graduated from this, and he like that. They were like, we don't know who this person is. He like said that he worked in like finance. He never worked at these places. He said that he. A fucking story came out recently that he raised $3,000 for like a dog that was dying with cancer and then just kept it. Like this
no.
guy's like a piece of shit, and like it came out. What else? It came out. It came out that he is married. He's married. He wears a wedding ring, but he's gay. But he's married legally to a Guatemalan woman, I think. And it's like she's like it might have been like a green card situation, which is like illegal. Okay, so one of the lies I've been hearing. I spend time with old people, so I go to their homes. Daytime news is always on.
Classic.
This was on the news. They were like, it's coming. It's one of the lies that he told. Okay, it's come out that this is false. He told people that he told people that his grandma died in the Holocaust and his mother died in 9/11. It's like you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. How did we not realize that? Okay?
How do we not like cross-reference?
So it's like right now, dude, it's like the story is that like he's missing. He's just like no one knows where he is. I saw like on the news, it was like this Long Island guy. There's all these like Long Island people standing in front of his office, and they're like, listen, it's like this guy with like grease back hair, and he's like, we can't believe that we let this man, he lied to us. He's not gonna serve a day. He's like, he won't even come and see us. If you find George Santos, use the hashtag found George Santos. And we're going to make his life a living hell, okay? Here's another one of the lies that he told, okay? He said that he's Latino.
Yeah, Santos makes sense.
And he's Jewish, which you can, of course, be those two things, okay? But then Latino and Jewish.
Okay.
You could be those things. It's
Yeah,
fine.
why
I'm
not?
Puerto Rican and Irish. You could be anything. Fuck.
Absolutely.
Then it came out that he was not Jewish, and he was asked to clarify it, and he said, I didn't say I was Jewish. I said I was Jew-ish.
I saw that, dude.
Which, listen to me right now, okay? If something is purple, you could say it's purplish or purpley. So if you're saying I'm Jew-ish, aren't you just saying, no, I meant I'm just Jewy?
Yeah, that's exactly what he was saying.
What the fuck does that mean?
I think he said, I think he clarified that it had to do with him conserving money. I swear, I heard. I don't know if that's what he said, but whoever told me
just
about
take
what he
that.
said,
Yeah. And she's a lady too.
What?
No, I'm just saying.
No, but that's what it was. I
Yeah,
think because
yeah.
it was like he lies about everything. Maybe
Yeah,
he's a woman.
yeah.
I get it, but dude, I mean,
How is that
you
in
can't
today's
say
climate?
Jewish.
You in today's climate? You know?
I mean, in any climate, you can't say like I'm my mother is Italian, I was Italian, and then be like, I meant like I was raised like an Italian, like my mom beat me. Like, you can't say that either.
I'm raised Jew-ish. Like when I go to the diner, I just complain a lot to the Lord. You know? It's like, hey, I'm running for Congress and I'd love your vote. It's like, well, fuck off, psychopath.
What? So he got the Latino vote and the Jew vote.
He won. He's in Congress.
I mean, if you get the Latino vote and the Jew vote in New York, you win.
Yeah. It's
That's
fucking
it.
crazy.
Oh my God. What
This
a
world,
loser.
man.
I have a question though. I mean, that's a material lie.
What do you mean?
Like that's a material piece of information, like about who you are as a person. You should be able to remove somebody from office for a lie like that. You know what I mean?
Dude, like, but
It's
where
like
do you
Elizabeth Warren saying she was Native American. Like,
lie, though, you know? It's like
Yeah,
this guy
but-
is in an absolute extreme where he is like literally lied about every single thing. Like everything. Everything about his life is a lie.
Yeah.
But
where's the line where like
he crossed it. He for sure crossed
there
it.
you go. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, what's his
This is in our backyard,
what's his
bro.
end game? Like, you have now. How long is he going to be able to? Oh, he's in Congress. You said?
Yeah.
Don't they even? He can.
He's there for 2 years, I think.
It's only 2. So what is he? Was he just expecting to have like a fun 2 years? Like, is that's it now?
Well, dude, I
It's
feel like
over.
that's just, that's someone who's I was trying to make this comparison of like it's like the kid who in high school is like, "Oh yeah, my girlfriend? You mean my supermodel girlfriend? She she doesn't come around a lot cuz she's from Canada."
Bro,
it's
I
like
did
that.
that.
It's like that shit.
I did that.
Did you? Oh, I know. You told me that story.
You
Yeah.
story?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did that.
Yeah.
Listen, when you're a fucking pussy, you're a pussy. You gotta just survive the last year of middle school before you go to private school. You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Oh my god, dude, that's nuts.
What else we got going on?
I have so I just was thinking the other day. Well, I have a couple things I wanted to talk about, but I was just thinking the other day how like kids do like crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're a kid, like you're just like I was thinking of a story for myself. Like when I was a little kid, I like for some reason like really wanted to smoke cigarettes. Like I had this like burning desire. Like I would have dreams about smoking cigarettes. Really? Like I just was like so curious. It looked so cool, but like I was like, but it's so bad. Like my mom was like,
big tobacco got you.
Yeah, but like my mom was like, never smoke. But I was like, I wanted like a leather jacket, like a motorcycle, like bogeys. So like one day my parents were out and like they would never really leave me alone. But like I guess this day they left us alone. They like just ran to like the bank or something.
Right.
And I'm alone in the house. I'm like 8. And I'm like thinking, and my parents didn't smoke cigarettes. So I would never have actually smoked a cigarette, but I was like, I gotta smoke something. I gotta smoke something like this. So I fucking am looking around. I find a newspaper and I'm like, yeah. So I grab this newspaper, I rip a piece of paper out, I roll a fucking joint. I ripped up the newspaper, I put it in, like I rolled a joint.
You're crafty.
I rolled a joint. Like I crumpled it up, like sprinkled it in there, like rolled up a joint, went in my bathroom, turned the fan on, lit up.
Oh no!
And smoked newspaper. I was just sitting there like fucking chilling, and then all of a sudden, like the garage goes up. I'm like, fuck. I like turn the shower on, I put it in the sink, and like never got caught.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but never smoked like ever again until like I was older now. But I was just like, I feel like as a kid you just want to do destructive shit. Like,
you know what's funny is I feel like because I have a sister and an older sister, and there was like females can be destructive as well, but like my sister was certainly not destructive.
Right.
So like I never really had like that boy phase of just like I want to fucking be a pyro and like set shit
really?
on fire.
Oh, I
no,
have
dude.
Huge
You
phase.
like you kind of had like I feel like we're very similar now in age, but like your childhood, you like just were a destructive piece of shit at times.
Oh yeah.
Which like I was playing with Polly Pockets because I had a bunch of girls in my family. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I was like, I played with Barbies and I played with Polly Pockets. Like, I never was like, I'm gonna fucking light this Barbie on fire. You know, like
I would,
from
like, melt G.I. Joe's faces and shit. You never like.
I don't think I ever even like lit a lighter till I was like, I feel like I was probably like not a virgin anymore, and then I started playing with fire. You know what I mean? I feel like the order of things is like young kid plays with fire, loses virginity. It was like I lost my virginity, then started playing with fire.
You never burned the legs off
No.
like an ant or something?
Never. No,
Oh, man.
gross.
Really?
I would never
Is
get
that
that
fucked
close
up?
to a bug.
Yeah.
It's not for, yeah.
Dude, I was weird though. I used to like pick up spiders and shit. But I used to like just want to break shit. Like just I would always like if I was touching something, like I needed to know like at what point when I'm squeezing this thing is it gonna just break in my hand? And then like I would break it and I'd be like, my mom would be like, the fuck? Like I told you, and I'd be like, it just broke. I don't know. Like I would just break shit constantly. Like I had to know.
I never did that.
Oh, that's so funny. So you didn't have your stupid like, well yeah, I guess.
I didn't, dude. I was
you
like
became
good
a piece
kid.
of shit later on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool.
When I started drinking, that's when I became destructive.
Dude.
It all came out.
Dude,
Maybe if I fucking, lit more shit on fire as a kid, I wouldn't have been a fucking alcoholic.
We're not going to talk about this.
Yeah?
But I need to tell you something.
Oh.
I was just cleaning out my phone. Like I have so much. My memory on my phone keeps it's like gone. I was like, I have so many pictures and videos and shit from like back to like college. So I just went through and I'm deleting like tons of shit, and I found the video.
Which one?
Magoo!
Oh, no. No. Dude, you know what I wrote down on this?
I did not delete it.
If I ever got canceled, that is what.
I think I'm the only one that has it. I'm sure.
Dude, you know what I wrote down is...
I hope I'm the only one.
I wrote down... I thought of this the other day, that for a long time, one of my catchphrases when I was going out was, what's the worst that can happen? And I used to say that, and we used to do it all the time, and I was saying, like, I don't miss doing that. Like, I don't miss just being like, you know what I mean? But I do miss just like, I've been going out more and like doing more comedy stuff. So people are like, oh, we're going to go to this bar. And I was like, whatever. Like, I'll see you around. But I miss kind of just like letting the night take me somewhere. You know what I mean? It's like I miss just being like, we're going to start here and then we're just going to see what fucking happens.
Not
I miss that.
I
dude.
miss that too.
I miss that a lot.
I miss like
and it's
just
like,
not caring and being like, we'll see.
That just doesn't like sober. That just, you don't have those tendencies to just be like, I'm going to fucking just stumble down this way and see what that. You know what I mean?
Not only sober, but just at this age, like even in a night
at the age too, yeah, it is an age thing.
Like at 30, 29, 30, it's like if I'm gonna have like a nuts, like for example, New Year's, I got trashed, but it was only because my plan was to get trashed at this one bar.
Yeah.
Like there was 0% chance of me getting so drunk and us like ended up at a strip club or like you know going to like for like shots at 4 a.m. Like I knew exactly what was gonna happen that night. I don't have that kind of like free spirit in me anymore.
No, yeah.
It was murdered.
I'm too tight now.
Yeah.
I got too many responsibilities.
Yeah, like you gotta
Fucked up.
I know, it stinks. I'm like, I got acid reflux. I gotta be in bed by 9:30 or else, you know, I'm gonna fucking all night. I'm gonna be like it's gonna be a whole thing.
It's tough, dude.
Oh.
How much time we at? 54?
Oh, money.
You got anything else?
I do have one thing that I saw on social media today that I want to know if you saw. Did you see the new Scooby-Doo spinoff?
Oh, the Velma. I heard it has the officially.
Whoa.
You watched it?
No, but you know.
Is it just about Velma?
Yeah, Scooby's not in the show.
What?
That's what I said. I'm like, you know, this is my thing. I understand what's going on. You want like little girls to have a show. Oh, that's unfortunate. You want little girls to have like a show where they can look up to girl. I understand the whole concept. However, why don't you like add in like a female dog for Scooby to hang out? Like, why you gotta kill Scooby off of the show?
That's why they.
I mean, he probably died. Dogs live for like 8 to 10.
Scooby's never dead.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Not in here. Not in here.
Not in here. Not in there.
No.
Not in there.
But yeah, that's sad. And they made Fred like a bitch. And Velma's like kind of like boyish.
The alpha?
Yeah. I'm feeling like
That's what it is. It's Velma's the alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story trajectory. She gets a sex change operation. Something happened like down the road where we're like heading that direction. You know what I'm saying? She got that turtleneck on.
Was Velma a lesbian?
She was the nerdy one.
Well, she got.
She looked a little butch in the picture.
In the movie, she had like a boy toy. And she was kind of hot.
Did she have a boy toy in the movie?
She was hot in that movie.
Well, that actress is hot.
Yeah.
But in the cartoon, she was like, "Where's my glasses? I can't see without my glasses." She sucked in the show.
Yeah.
Did she suck? She was the smart one.
She was cool. Yeah.
She was useful.
Yeah.
But she was, you know,
everybody has
everybody
their
wanted
role.
to bang Daphne. Daphne was hot.
Yeah.
Fred was hot. Everybody wanted to bang Fred. Shaggy and Scooby, you just wanted to get stoned with them and eat some Scooby snacks.
Right.
Still do.
And Velma, you wanted to crunch the numbers with her.
Now, Velma, I would probably rather bang Velma in the movie than Daphne, just out of like, I like a smart girl.
Right.
You know, I'm like, glasses are cool.
Also, I think Velma, I don't remember who played Daphne.
Daphne was the girl that played Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. I think Velma was hotter. And
Velma
dude, Fred, I always thought Fred was a fucking dud. I think I'd rather fuck Scooby. I'd
Shaggy?
rather Shaggy than
because you're going for personality.
Yeah,
Fred's
yeah.
a hot hunk though.
But he's kind of
not a hot hunk.
Yeah, but he's just like dumb as rocks.
Of course.
If I'm gonna bet, like it's again, it's a smart thing.
You gotta make Fred hot in order to enforce the dumb. Like it doesn't work if Fred's like the fucking like metro like nerdy.
Yeah, I got to see how they're
dumb
playing
guy.
him, yeah.
That doesn't make sense. He should be smart then.
Yeah.
You can't just make him useless.
Yeah.
He's got to be hot.
He's
and dumb.
ugly. He's dumb.
Like Daphne was hot and dumb. Fred was hot and dumb. Scooby and Shaggy were like normal looking, like just having a good time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to balance it out.
Yeah.
Now Velma's like dope, but like butch.
Right.
You know, it's very.
It got the worst ratings in IMDb history. Did you see that?
It did. Is that why
it has
I've been
the
seeing it all over
official
the place?
worst ratings, the lowest, and it was I think the one before that was a Dragon Ball Z movie, like some random Dragon Ball Z movie, and IMDb gave it like a 1.3.
I mean, it's just called Velma. You took the worst character in the show and like based the show around.
You could see why they thought that would be a good idea, though.
I could see why today's world thought that would be a good idea.
Dude, I just watched the first episode of That 90s Show, which is That 70s Show spinoff.
I saw like that, like what's his name? Kelso's like son is like,
Yeah.
but he's like, you could go first. I have comments.
Well, at first I was just like, I hate spinoffs. I hate this. I hate that they do this for everything, but. It's, they're introducing, like, Donna and Eric's kid is going to be the main character, but Red, he's now a grandpa. Mm-hmm. He was my fucking favorite character ever.
The best.
And when the show started, I was like, this is so corny, like, I can't do this, but he's like, I'm going to put my foot in your ass, like all that shit. And it was truly cracking me the fuck up.
He held it down?
Yeah, he did help. And the mom, too, is like unbelievably hilarious. Like she was so ridiculous.
They were the whole show for me.
Yeah, they were great.
Like, I've been watching some 70s show because it's been on.
It is a great show.
It's a great show.
Dude, I'll say this about the woman who plays Eric and his wife, the redhead.
Yeah.
What's her name?
I don't know her name, but it was...
Damn it, hold on.
Donna.
Dude, she got a lot of plastic surgery.
She was in Orange is the New Black, right?
Was she?
She was the like lesbian lover for the main character.
I never saw that movie, but she has a lot of plastic surgery, and it's like tough to look at. I'm just like, you have so much plastic surgery, and it's like in the show they're from like Wisconsin. I'm like, Wisconsin people don't get plastic surgery.
Yeah, this is out of place.
It's out of place, and she looks. It just. I'm like, it's tough to look at.
That's what's becoming the biggest problem for me with like shows, movies, TV. People in movies now are not relatable.
No.
Like you all look the same, but you all like look chiseled, perfect.
Yeah, Topher
like,
Grace still looks like an 18-year-old boy. I'm like, dude, everybody. It's like, can we like normalize just aging?
That's
you know what I mean?
It's like weird.
You look weird.
Like put some lotion on and like
I don't know. When I went to LA for a bachelor party, and we were in Malibu, and I went into a grocery store, I think, to like buy some fucking NAs, and it was in Malibu, which like the vibes in California were just, I was doing a lot of shrooms too, so that might have made me feel fucking weird, but I was in this grocery store walking around in Malibu, and it was like everybody in this grocery store, dude, was like middle-aged, like 40s and 50s, but it was like Malibu, right? So everybody had plastic surgery, but it was like old. It was like people who like tried to be like famous actors in their 20s and 30s and gave up and like lived in Malibu now or in the grocery store on a Saturday. And I thought, like, again, I was on shrooms, but like everybody's face was like just like melting off their fucking faces. Like there was like bad Botox. No, I wasn't that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like I can't. It's like it looks so unnatural.
It does.
There's probably a delicate balance of like a little bit here, a little bit there, but then it's just a slippery slope because then you're just like,
there's definitely a delicate, it's not moving. There's a delicate balance, and I think you can easily skate that line without going over.
Yeah.
I think, but the problem is like I think it like a celebrity nowadays is looking at like they don't care what they look like in day to day. They care what they look like on a magazine cover, in like a photograph from the paparazzi. Like
she looks bad.
Yeah, it looks bad to us,
Yeah.
but to them, like they got to catch up. They got to keep up with everybody else who's like doing that shit.
Yeah, but
It's
we're
just
the
like
ones who are supposed to be enjoying their faces.
That's so true. That's a good point. You're making a good point. It's horrible. It's horrible. When I see guys with it, like we got to bring something back up. You know the Zac Efron situation with his face got broken? I
think that's a bullshit
think
story.
that's true.
I don't think it's true either.
It's bullshit.
No way.
There's no fucking way we didn't hear about him dying.
Yeah.
And like all of a sudden he showed
There would
up.
have been pictures of his face all fucked.
There's not one picture of his face. There's a picture post-surgery where he's like swollen. That's it. I don't believe it. And it still looks bad. It might look worse.
No,
now.
I don't believe it for 1 second.
It's just a different jaw.
And also, it's, you can feel, when you're talking to someone, you can feel the crazy. You know what I mean? And like Zac Efron post whatever has happened to him, it's like, this guy's a little different. You know what I mean? It's like, seemed like he, he tweaked it a little bit, and then he's like a little off his rocker, got some surgery and trying to whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Dude, we have to normalize, like, who cares? Like, you saw the guy who played Thad Castle just got called out. People think he's on steroids for his, like, show Reacher. He's playing Jack Reacher, and he's fucking diesel. He gained, it might not even be that recent. It might be in the last, like, year this happened. But he gained 35 pounds of muscle in 8 months at, like, 36. And it's like, you just don't do that. In 8 months, 30 pounds of muscle.
Right.
Like, he's got a shredded six-pack. It's like, that doesn't happen without some sort of steroids.
Right.
But who cares? You're not playing baseball for the Yankees.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like The Rock, you're on steroids.
Right.
You're
right.
60. Shut up. Like, the whole thing, Rogan called him out. He's denying it. It's like, who cares if you're on steroids?
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Nobody
well, that's the thing
is
I was talking to my personal trainer, and he was like, he's a smart dude, and he was saying like, all these people make videos on YouTube, and it's like how to do the Marvel hero, how you know what I mean? It's like they're all on roids. Like Chris Hemsworth has like this is the example my personal trainer said. He was like, Chris Hemsworth has a platform and like fitness thing that it's all body weight.
Right.
It's all just body weight exercise. He's like, yeah, this is what I do to become Thor. And he's like, you cannot do the. He's like, you're doing split squats and push-ups.
Right.
Like, and then you're like, you'll look like Thor. It's like, no, he's he's roided up and he's fucking jacked out of his mind. And
of course,
yeah.
they do what do they call? They're called like peptides.
Yeah.
That everybody's doing. It's like, just say that. It's
Right.
fine. But like, that's the thing. They have an incentive. There's even like, there's a female bodybuilder recently that like, she claims that she's natural. I mean, you're not. Like, you're huge. Like, you're bigger than most men, and like, you're fucking cut. Like, you know how much weight you lose when you like cut to that low body fat? Like, you lose like muscle. Like, you lose shit. Like, you can't be that ripped.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Like, that's cool. But like, I don't understand the
lies, man.
It's silly.
There's a world of lies.
Normalize like, it's such bullshit.
It's a world of lies,
it's a world
man.
of lies.
I have one other thing, but it's like I don't know if it's gonna really hit, and I feel like we've ran our course. You want to cut it off here?
You want to say it or no?
I'll say it. I can say it.
Yeah, say it. We got.
It's gambling season.
Yes,
everybody's gambling. Me and you are not gambling people. We've never been gambling people.
No, I played pool for money the other day.
Oh, nice.
Won, did double or nothing, lost. I'm out.
Yeah, like I never. I've never been into gambling, but like I was at a bar yesterday, like doing some writing before a show, and there's like a bunch of bros hanging out. They were like talking about their bets and shit, and I was talking to someone, and like people talk about like it's cool, you know what I mean? It's like Portnoy does it, and Barstool does it, and they're all big, and fucking FanDuel is huge, and it's like really kind of, and the house always wins, you know what I mean? So like these people at the end of the day are probably fucking losers, you know what I mean? And I was talking to this guy, and I was talking to someone, and he was like taking a lot of pride in that he pays his debts. He was like talking about like he's like I bet like $2,000, lost like fucking $5,000 that weekend, like, but I always pay my debts. You know what I mean? Like I always pay my debts, so like anybody will take my bet. And it's like he's talking like that, and I'm like taking pride. Like people take pride in that, and I feel like gambling's coming hot. But that's the equivalent of me being like, dude, we got so fucked up last night, I shit my pants. But you know what? I cleaned up fucking good, baby. I always clean up when I shit my pants.
I always clean my pants.
It's like. It's new, so you think it's cool, but it's like you're a fucking loser.
It's not cool.
You just lost $5,000. It's not cool, but like everybody that's in that world thinks they're the shit, and it's like high roller. I'm Adam Sandler from fucking Uncut Gems,
right?
But it's like you're a loser.
But he was a loser and he got killed.
Yeah.
Like, sorry to spoil it, but like the reason that that's not cool is because like you're supposed to clean your pants when you're shitting them. You're supposed to.
He's like, I always pay my debts.
It's like, so you're a normal functioning human being and a gambling addict. Congrats. Like what? Who cares?
I know.
Like what a douchey thing to say. I hate when people take pride in doing like what they're supposed to do. Like cool. You made your bed this morning.
It's just like when I'm in a conversation, it's like, oh, I can't. The douchiness of it, where I'm just like, great.
I love people are looking for a high five. I hate giving them a high five.
Yeah. I
just fishing for
as
that
I'm getting
compliment.
older, I have a very difficult time. Like if someone says something I don't know how to respond with, I kind of just like leave them hanging.
Yeah,
no
fucks anymore, bro.
Yeah, it's like, it used to be like, that's crazy, bro. Like that used to be, and I'm just like,
you just tail off. You're like,
yeah.
Like,
I'm like losing so much interest in like connecting with humans anymore, where I'm just like, all right, you suck.
That's
Please
happening.
out.
I think. I don't know if it's just we're at an age where we're aware of that shit, but there is a lot of like, I feel like when a lot of times when I'm talking to people, they just they're using the conversation to get me to make them feel a certain way, or like to compliment them, or to like be like interested in what they're, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about what you got going on. I'm just talking to you to pass the time. Like, don't make this worse than it is already. Like, just be surface level with me. If you want to go talk heart to heart, we'll do that tomorrow. Like
I like
on.
that's my thing.
I love a heart to heart.
I love.
That's not what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
We're at dinner.
It's all smoke.
It's
all smoke.
It's all smoke.
But yeah, that's all I had to say. Cool.
I had a good time.
Fun times.
Fun times. I will. The last thing I want to say is the cold plunge.
Oh yeah.
That I've been doing. How did you feel? You know what? I don't even want to get into this right now.
Okay.
Let's just call it.
Love you all.
Love y'all.
Till
See
next
you next month, and that's it. Love you.